This video is called My Experience as a Busboy. My first job I got when I was 13 years old, and it was at a restaurant called Granny's Kitchen. It was the last smoking restaurant in town, and all these old timers used to go there, enjoy their cup of coffee in the morning, have breakfast. Just imagine classic American diner food. It was really good. It really was, and got to meet a lot of interesting people, and it was definitely a good experience, especially because during that time, my boss was my neighbor, and since I was only 13, I couldn't really drive to work or go into town. I lived out of town, so after school, I would just get off the bus, and either she would be at home or she would come and get me and take me to work. And then by the time that the restaurant closed that night, I would just go home, and I lived right next door to her, so I was there. Anyway, good things that I learned from that job was not only did I go around and get to meet all the people, all the patrons of the restaurant, and get to talk to them. A lot of them were people who were older and wiser than I was, had a lot more life experience, and they definitely enjoyed talking to me, and it was nice to be able to stop and have those little conversations and get food, get the plates out of the way, get them something for their food if they needed it. And I can remember walking past this guy. Every single day he would come in and have his cup of coffee, and he would bring me a stack of books. And he would just sit there and read these books for hours and hours and hours, and he would take notes and all kinds of things. They were math and science books. Anyway, he would always stop me, whenever he had something on his mind, and he would ask me what I thought about it, and he would always tell me these riddles and things like that, kind of get my mind working. So meeting people like that, you never know who you're going to meet. They can just open up a world of what is it called? They could just open a world of perspective that you've never had on life before. So I definitely think having a job where you get to talk to people in that kind of environment is really good. Downside, like I said before, it was a smoking restaurant, and a lot of the people did smoke in the restaurant. I mean, half of it was smoking, the larger half, and the lesser half with the booze on the other side was non-smoking. And then there was a back room, and the only thing keeping these areas separate from each other was some wood lattice that, I mean, it was porous. The holes were this big. It was just wood lattice, and I mean, you could just walk around it. There's no door either, so that really wasn't a good thing for people who don't enjoy trying to eat their food in a smoking restaurant, basically. So a lot of people love that place, but they just got over the fact they're used to it. Blah 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 blah. It's traditional American restaurant, and I know that during that time they were trying to kind of outsource that, or not outsource it, get rid of that from the restaurant business by making laws and things like that. So I don't even know if smoking is still legal in restaurants in Wyoming, but I know that you can still smoke in bars here, which is nice if you're a smoker. Not nice if you're really not. So it's just different culture, different environment. I would say that the biggest thing and the biggest opportunity that being a busboy presented me was starting at the bottom, lowest level in a restaurant business. After that, I was able to learn how to count money. My boss taught me how to properly count money because we had like an old cash register, and I would do all the transactions for people when they brought their tickets up to the front, give them their change, all that kind of thing. After that, I was able to learn how to become a waiter once I got better at talking to people, became familiar with the food, and the food was pretty simple. Like I said, it was just a breakfast place. And I was able to learn how to cook a little bit. Cooking really never was my thing. I had that job from the time I was 13 all the way till I was like almost 17. I think I was 17, yeah. And it was a pretty awesome experience. I basically learned how to do every single job in the restaurant there. So nothing wrong with starting at the bottom. Nothing wrong with being a busboy. Sometimes you even get tips. And my boss paid me the minimum wage at that time. I believe it was like $6 an hour. And I had a good time. Probably one of the best experiences of my life. So if you're looking for a job in the restaurant industry and you're young, try starting. There was probably like a whole year I just did the dishes there. I did whatever they wanted me to do. At the end of the day, I pretty much learned how to do everything. So nothing wrong with starting at a position like busboy and having a good time. Just keep an open mind, learn how to do the things around you in case anybody needs help, and definitely a good place to start in the restaurant business. So, all right, I've had lots of jobs in my life, so for more videos and reviews about things I've learned from those jobs and what jobs I've done, I'll tell you a little bit more about them, but don't forget to click like and subscribe. I'll have a new video, let me try, every other day or so. Maybe may even upload like 5 videos one day. I don't know. I got a lot in my head, so I need to get it out before I explode. Anyway,